I was before was a very selfish person. I was very selfish. I was constantly partying, doing drugs, and just in the scene, in the nightlife scene. When I was a child, I was a child that came from being molested, raped, bullied. You know, all those things made me want to go and do drugs and take away all that pain that I was feeling, basically. Then in 2014, when I lost my grandma, that completely rocked my world to the point where I was at a low. I was at a big low that I didn't believe in God. I didn't want to come to church. I didn't want anything to do with God, basically. I was being selfish in the sense that at that time, I wasn't putting my daughter first. I basically chose a relationship with a man over her. I was just at an ugly point in my life, and me doing drugs and dumb things is what made me so involved and obsessed with that relationship. You know, that everything else in the world didn't matter at all. It was just me and that person, basically. After that, I quit my job that I had been at for about 3 years. I quit my job. When that happened, there was a time that I wasn't working for like 7 months. I was without a job. I was without a job. I was completely lost. That job to me was everything. It was who I was, you know? And when that happened, I was to the point where I wanted to take my own life, you know? And there was a sermon that Pastor Rudy did when he started, what is it called? It's called Seasons. And that was during the time where I was feeling at that low. And he started that, and I felt like that was for me. It's kind of like it was a season that I was going through my life, and even though I felt that I had lost so much already, I didn't realize that I was still being very blessed. Like, I was blessed. I had planned on getting baptized after that, and then I was going to do it, and then I started, it's kind of like the enemy was attacking me, telling me all these things, putting doubt in my head to where I was stopping myself or making excuses as to why I couldn't get baptized. But this past time, I didn't make plans to get baptized. That morning is when I woke up that morning and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get baptized, I'm gonna do it. I didn't tell anybody that I was gonna get baptized. The only person I told was my daughter, and I brought her with me, and I did it. I felt free. I felt this feeling of all this weight off my shoulders, everything that I had been holding on from my past, everything that I was carrying was just taken away. My friends and I are sending each other messages of different sermons, and at one point we were, hey, let's go to happy hour and let's go do this and whatever, you know, and it's no longer about that, or it's more of, hey, let's get closer to God, you know, let's walk with God, and we need to get right, and we need to do this, and He's changing all of our lives. You know, I'm not the only one. You know, my circle that I have now is one that is good and structured to the point of we all want to build with God and the life that we have, like that He wants for us. Like, that is what we want in our life, and that's what we want for our kids too. I always walked in fear because I was afraid. I was always afraid of what people would think, or being judged, you know, or, oh, and you like God, and oh, you're this and you're that. You know, people are so judgmental nowadays, and I don't walk in that fear. I walk strong in faith, and it's been amazing.